hello. It is me, Joshua Harrell, and I'm flying solo today, and I'm not sure why. I think the wires got crossed. I wasn't supposed to be here today, and Jason was. Anyway, normally I would have my co-pilot, Jason Block, here, but he and I spent 9 days on the Norwegian Prima, not the Prima, sorry, the Viva, the sister of the Prima. And I guess he just said, no, I can't deal with you. And he's gonna sit on it for over the weekend. No. Anyway, yeah, thank you. And joining me today behind the camera is one of our, I guess he's our executive producer because Evan, our producer, is out. So I've got young Paul back there as our executive producer. So he's going to be doing the sound effects, and hopefully he's got some new sound effects. No? He's just going to use the same ones that Evan has. Anyway. Hello, happy Friday, and if you are joining us live, I guess I should say, if you're joining us live, happy Friday. Welcome to Travel Quest Network's Weekly Chatter Live. This is where we end the week as a network, as a family, as a bunch of friends across the travel industry and beyond, because not everybody is watching or listening to us. Not everybody's in the travel industry. Some people just like coming into the show and having a good time with us, and we love that. For those of you who are regular audience members, I really appreciate you. And I'm really going to appreciate you during this show because I need you guys chatting with me to keep this hour moving right along as young Paul behind the camera is telling me, yes, he's doing like, he's giving me groove shoulders. He's like, yes, there's some chat going on. Anyway, welcome. I hope you are having a beautiful day, and I'm just so glad that you are here. Now, if you happened to miss us last week, we tried to give you a not so live weekly chatter live, and out of office from Valletta, Malta. I hope I'm pronouncing it. It might be Valletta. I don't know. You know, it was Malta. Jason and I shot our show in at a little bistro table. If you want to watch that, that is on YouTube. Check out our YouTube channel, and if you are not a subscriber of our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, because I'm just giving you a hint by saying that. There's a lot more coming out on our YouTube channel than you think. So anyway, yes, I wanted to talk a little bit about our trip. I thought he would be here, so he wasn't, or he's not. So I'm going to just tell you, we were on the Viva, which is one of Norwegian's Prima class ships. If you have not had a chance to sail on the Prima or the Viva, they are beautiful, beautiful ships, laid out in a way that kind of brings the outdoor in, gives you all these really cool, unique spaces. And we did, flew into Rome, went to Naples, went to Pompeii, went to Malta, went to Corfu, went to Croatia, and I'm forgetting the name of Split was the name of the place in Croatia we went to, and did not make it to Dubrovnik because it was very windy. And who knew, those of you who are avid cruisers would know this, but who knew that the wind could affect a cruise ship and prevent us from going to port? So we did not do that in Dubrovnik. So there is a reason for me to go back to Croatia, other than the fact that it was gorgeous. So definitely had a great time. I hope you tuned into social media to see some of our photos. I imagine some of those photos will resurface. So if you missed them, they will come back. And then I wanted to share with you, I have decided to collect. I'm not a collector. And I decided something that I really enjoy doing is when you visit a city, especially an older city, and you're walking along the street of a neighborhood, and you see these beautiful painted doors, and they have knockers on them. And I decided I was going to collect knockers. And this is the first knocker. It has not been installed yet, so might need some help with that a little bit later. But look at this. It's a squirrel knocker. Look. Well, if my hand was a door, you would lift up the squirrel and knock. That's how you would alert me that you were here to visit with me. So anyway, I'm thinking, we collect postcards here, but I'm gonna start collecting knockers. So as I travel, I'm gonna bring back knockers, and we'll just have maybe a wall of knockers. Paul's saying yes, so he is agreeing with that. So squirrel knocker number 1. Anyway, gonna put that down. All right, I'm gonna go over to the chat and see what you guys are talking about. And the chatter in the Weekly Chatter Live comes from our members only Facebook group. So if you are a member of Travel Quest Network and you are a member of our Facebook group, our members only Facebook group, please share your wins, your challenges. Just say hello. Share what the national day is. Bill, I'm hoping you're here and you're going to give me what the national day is, because we can talk about that. And if you are a member of Travel Quest Network and you haven't become a member of the members only Facebook group, join, because you not only get to interact with us on the Weekly Chatter Live, you get to learn from so many of our members. I swear that search bar in our Facebook members only group is one of the best resources we have for you to search a supplier or a destination and learn everything that our members have said about that destination or that supplier. So maybe you can get informed on something that maybe you didn't know anything about, or jump in on a conversation that someone is having. So anyway, jump in on the conversation right now if you are watching me live by myself. Again, I would normally have my co-pilot, Jason, and so instead of him, I have my disco ball. So when Jason doesn't show up, you know what, that's what we should have done, Paul, is just put the disco ball in the chair. A shiny disco ball. Anyway, let's see what's going on in the chat. I see a lot of you are watching, and I hope you give me some hearts and loves. Show some emotion if you like the disco ball. I feel like the disco ball should be hanging up here. Let's see here. Teresa said, happy Friday. Oh, I'm getting some love. That's exactly what I need, guys. That's what encourages me. Oh, did you see my voice? I got louder. I almost made Paul have some hearing issues there. Let's see here. Alan, he said, happy Friday. When closed my biggest individual sale ever today. $66,000. Now, yes, that is a very appropriate sound effect, Paul. If you do not know Alan, a super, super cool human being, but his journey has been one that has been so fascinating to watch. He started as someone who loved travel and started to do the things to build his business, branding, getting education, and now he is smashing it so much that he won this year's Agency of the Year Award, Monarch Agency of the Year Award at World 23 in Orlando. So, Alan, super proud of you. Let's see here. Teresa's giving you a wow, congrats. Let's see. And Andy said that that the reason why Jason might not be here is because he's getting his laptop. If you are new to the show, that's an inside joke. We do have some of those. So, Andy, that was a good one. Angela giving Alan some kudos there. And then Christine is asking for more details. And I have to say, when you guys share some of these wins, these challenges, it's always nice if you go ahead and give us some good details, because I guarantee you, inquiring minds want to know, and Christine has definitely asked. So we'll see if Alan gives us that answer. And Bill has a suspicion that Jason has not joined me because he's redecorating the studio. Well, unless we have a Studio C, which maybe he would surprise me with that. I think he would. Paul, I feel like Jason would surprise us with a whole brand new studio. What do you think about that? Maybe?
Yeah,
girl! Let's see. Christine said, howdy, been busy week filled with cruise quotes. That is fantastic. Is cruise going to slow down? I don't know. Feels like cruise has just been growing week after week after week. So happy for you, Christine. Thank you for sharing. Angela Larson joining us. She said, hi, everyone. Joining from Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. One of my favorite resorts, Disney resorts. We did our World, what was it, 2019, World 19. We did at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. And little history, it is when I wore my first sequin jacket, which for me was life-changing. For you, maybe not so much, but I'm just saying, if you have not worn sequins out in public, especially at a Disney hotel or park, you are missing out. So, Paul, did you ever wear that sequin jacket that I brought for you? You did, okay. So I never asked Paul what his experience was with the sequins, but we will find out. Maybe he can join us on the show and tell us later. Hannah said, hi all, happy Friday. When this week has been my busiest week for client inquiries ever. Yeah, girl. That's a yeah, girl one.
Yeah, girl.
Hannah, I'm so happy for you. Hannah is another one of our lifelong audience members. Lifelong meaning we've only been doing this for a few years. And to watch her journey, like Alan's, I'm just so... I about said something I shouldn't have said. I am so proud of you. See, those of you who think that I keep Jason sane, no, it's the other way around. I'm wild and crazy kind of guy. I don't know. Let's see. Alan did tell us how he did get his largest sale. It was a 3-week private driver Scotland trip. Those private driver's trips in Scotland and Ireland, big deal and lots of money to be made there. So congratulations, kudos to you, Alan. I love the applause, that is fantastic. Let's see here. Michelle said, hi, y'all. Love it. Lisa said, happy Friday. And Bill, thank you for, I know I said it at the top of the show, but Bill just put in the chat, did everyone notice last week's failed chatter is up on YouTube? Bill, can we just say it was technically challenged? It didn't fail. It wasn't a failure. It just, it didn't happen. But we did have a good time. And we had guest associate producers, Jillian and Mike, who were not helping us at all. I'm just going to say, Paul is giving me life here. He is interacting with me. Jillian and Mike just could not be bothered. They were drinking their drinks and just enjoying watching us do this. Lisa said, wow, nice shirt, Joshua. However, I need some shades to look at that shirt, LOL. Yeah. So someone has asked me already if I need to charge this shirt. I mean, doesn't it look like it's electrified? Guys, if you could just see Paul, I want a camera on Paul right now because he's just laughing, and that is just making me, it is encouraging me to be more ridiculous. There we go. Angela Larson said, hey, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And oh, Rebecca, thank you for bringing this up. Texas Rebecca said, in response to, we had a wonderful video message. Those of you who are not members of Travel Quest Network didn't get to see this video, but John Trineski from Norwegian Cruise Line shot a video to thank us because they won this year, World 23, won our Imperial Partnership of the Year award. First time we've ever given this award out, and couldn't have gone to a more phenomenal partner. Norwegian is a fantastic supporter of our network and its members. And John Trineski shot a video. He was not at the conference, and contrary to what he said in his video, he was invited, and I was highly disappointed that he did not come. So, John, anyway, he had suggested Jason and Joshua switch outfits one time for weekly chatter. So I think that could happen. I think we could make that happen. All I would need is a black sweater, and then he could just wear one of my kimonos. How does that sound? Everybody who wants Jason in a kimono next week, please, I don't know, give lots of hearts at this very moment in time. And then that's how we'll know if we're going to do that or not. Michelle said, neon lights on the shirt. Christine said, love your shirt. And Hannah said, we're a fun group. Yes. Yes, you guys are a fun group. And Debbie said, hi, everyone. Happy Friday from Sequim, Washington. She didn't say that part. I just knew that she's from Sequim. And Bill is not going to let us down. He said today, so Bill's the unofficial, I don't know, unofficial national holiday spokesperson. Is that what we want to go with, Paul? I got a thumbs up. We're gonna go with that. Bill said today is National Day. Okay, hold on a second. Thank you for that, Paul. But you do realize that that's Evan's drum roll, and he doesn't have an end to it. It doesn't crash. So today is National Day on Writing. Okay, now I'm reading this correctly. Who's getting their November media posts written? Who's doing that? I want to know. Can if you are using our content writer and putting together all your social posts for November, say heck yeah in the chat, because that is such a helpful tool and a great way for you to build your content well ahead of time, load it up into Facebook in the business suite, in the scheduler, and set it and forget it, and let your social media roll on out there. And then what you do is, as people are chiming in, commenting on your posts, then you can comment back and keep the conversation going. So Bill, I love that today is National Day on Writing, and I'm loving that you tied it back to social media and our content writer, our content generator in WorldVia Pro. And if you do not know what that is, then you need to go to WorldVia Pro and learn more about that. Let's see, Terry, greetings from Quebec and the Explorer 1. And he mailed a postcard yesterday. So I have a feeling that some postcards are going to be flowing in. It takes a little while. But if you are traveling, we're going old school. We're doing like what Miss Marple would do when she would visit little towns in England. If you are visiting someplace through your travels, get a postcard and mail it from that destination. Send it to the address down below, and we will read it on air, and also stick it on our wall of postcards. Look at that. So Terry is, if you know Fraggle Rock, he's our Uncle Traveling Matt to me. So he has already sent a postcard in, and now he said he's mailed one from Explorer 1. I cannot wait to hear what that experience was like, because the Explorer, what I'm hearing about Explorer, I don't know if you guys have heard it, because that is one sexy ship. So I hope you're having a sexy time, Terry. Are you? I don't know. Don't answer that question. Because if you did answer that, I don't know that there's a right or wrong answer to that question. So yeah, we're not gonna go there. Emily said, "Happy Friday." Hannah said, "It made me want to go to Malta. Looked delightful." So Hannah did watch last week's Weekly Chatter Not So Live that we just put up on YouTube earlier. Aloha Rebecca said, "Happy Aloha Friday, everyone." Rebecca's loving the shirt. Thank you so much. Sarah Cantor, our very first Monarch Agency of the year. Happy Friday. Oh gosh, see, this is what I knew was going to happen. I was a little worried. I was like, Jason, when are you going to show up? Are you going to just leave me? I was worried I was going to be all by myself. It'd just be me and Paul. But no, it's not. Because all of my friends out there are in here chatting. So I really appreciate you. I'm going to put a little Joshua heart. Although my Joshua avatar has a lot more hair than I do. All right, so Debbie said wins. A week full of firsts for her. Australia, New Zealand cruise, Alaska cruise tour, learning lots of new stuff. That is so exciting. And I know if our Velma were here, she'd be very, very excited about your Alaska cruise tour. A lot of money to be made in cruise tours. Let's see here. All right, so Bill's not making me feel very good. He's talking about watching. He watched our show from Malta on YouTube, and basically said that that Hannah was the only other person that watched it. He said that only 2 people had watched it so far. Bill, it takes time, okay? Now a bunch of people are going to watch it because it was really, really good. Just giving you a hard time. Let's see. Wait a minute here. I'm losing. I lost track of something here because, let's see. Christine said clients have been. So Christine's talking about. I was saying that when we went to Dubrovnik we were about to go to Dubrovnik on the Norwegian Viva, we were diverted because of winds, and Christine said that clients have been diverted before due to winds in Greece. So those winds in the Mediterranean. Who knew? I didn't know. I definitely didn't know. Let's see. And Aurelia, there's a little inside joke. She said, "Give that knocker to Mariah." Our Mariah is not a big fan of squirrels, although Mariah is squirrels think that. I mean, they're big fans of Mariah, is what I'm going to say. So Mariah's not a fan of the squirrels, but they really love her. So, yes, we're going to call that Mariah. No, we're not going to call that knocker Mariah. And Bill, I'm not even going to read your comment. So Christine said that she collects miniature resins featuring the doors of cities she visits. So she is like me. There's something about walking. In fact, if you've ever been to Windsor to see Windsor Castle, if you walk down the streets through the neighborhoods, there's all these really cool houses and bold doors with knockers, but the blinds are closed. You can't see inside the houses. So it's such a mystery. It's such a mystery. So I love that she collects miniature resins featuring the doors of the cities. I think it's fantastic. All right, now I had a little ringy-dingy in my ear, and that would normally mean that it is our Tyler Rose, Miss Velma, joining us to go through the leaderboard on sales, but she's out of the office. Is this a theme? Is everybody out of the office? Was this is everybody writing their next feature book? I don't know, Paul. Maybe. You and I didn't get the memo. So let's say hi to Erica Scanelli, our education manager, coming to us live from New Jersey. It's Erica Scanelli.
Hello. Happy Friday, everybody. I missed the memo too.
Yeah, happy Friday to you, Erica. How are things up New Jersey way?
They are amazing. Can I tell you a story about something that happened to me this week, Joshua?
You absolutely can.
As you were, I know we got a little time. As we don't have time. As you were aboard Norwegian's beautiful Viva this week, I opened up my Facebook account as I do to check Travel Quest Network's group page. And what was staring me in the face but a photo of my current boss and my former boss giving each other a big old hug. And I said, oh boy, they are together for a long time. And when my phone rang today and it was Joshua Harrell, I was a little nervous about what he was going to say, but perhaps you're saving it.
No, Erica, this wasn't the appropriate time to bring up that conversation. I was meaning to schedule time with you to discuss um, what Brennan from Norwegian and I discussed when it came to you. But he gave me a lot of pointers and some things that I felt like we needed to maybe have a chit chat about.
Okay. I look forward to that conversation.
I love Brennan. He was such a phenomenal host. And yes, he was so entertaining and kept me laughing. And I'm sure he was he was your second favorite boss, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That is absolutely correct.
Well, Erica, you are filling in for our world famous Velma.
That's right. The Tyler Rose is on vacay today, so I get to deliver her good news to the Travel Quest world and beyond. Because I have our top three members for sales and revenue, starting with number
Well, wait,
three. Ooh,
wait a minute, Erica.
ooh,
Let's break it down because I always there's a lot of people who join our network each week, and there's also a lot of people who join our show for the very first time. So, can you just back up and tell them what this leaderboard really is, and also why we don't call out anybody's name?
I'm so glad you asked that question. So, firstly, to answer in reverse, so we do respect that some members prefer the privacy of not naming names, so they like to keep their business, and that's okay. So we give just numbers, no names. Those of you who are on this top three list, though, know who you are, and we know you love your shout outs. So we appreciate that. And we give just the littlest hints so you know who you are. Well, firstly, if you are selling this amount, you probably know who you are. But we give little tips like what you're selling. So it's kind of like, was that me? Oh, yeah, that was me. Then what we share are two details: your sales and your revenue. Your sales are the dollar amount that you're selling to your customer, your total transactions, and the revenue is how much money is coming in.
Right.
That's
So,
my
so
fishing
that
motion.
and Paul gave you a little sound effect there. So it's all about the margin, guys. The margin is the difference between what you sell and what. No, it's not really. It is the difference. I feel like I'm saying that in the wrong way, right? It's what you make off of what you sell. You want a high percentage margin on what you sell, and Erica, you've been in the travel business for a long time, at least to have two bosses in travel. So you've been doing it for a little bit, but you can. There's suppliers where you can buy the same product from two different suppliers, but one you can get more commission on than the other. So you
That's
need to
right.
think. You need to be smart about who you're shopping with, right?
That's right. And it all comes down, generally speaking, to our strategic partner network, which enhances your commission. So that's one of the many benefits of joining Travel Quest Network, right?
And how do you know if it's a strategic partner in WorldVia Pro?
Oh, it's very easy to tell. You go to supplier source, which there's a quick link, but it's also under my favorite tab, the Learn tab. And there, those guys are hot pink with the diamonds, baby.
Yes, shine bright like a diamond, shine bright like a diamond. All right, enough of that tomfoolery. Can you tell us the number three position?
Number three, sales amount $145,000, 103. And that was a revenue, I like to be exact, $14,325. This
Wow.
member was Cruise Queen, selling Carnival, Holland American, Norwegian, Princess, and Royal Caribbean. I think we hit every major brand. I'm sorry if we left somebody out.
You are the cruising queen. That was really off key. Woo-wee.
And I'll just note, I wasn't, that may or may not be, with some travel insurance sales added in too. Key
Very, very
component.
good.
Key component.
And why is it important to sell third party travel insurance?
It is important to give your clients the best possible coverage available, first and foremost. But for us as travel agents, we also do make a nice little revenue off of travel insurance sales. So it's good coverage for your customers and a little extra money in your pocket. So it really is a win-win situation.
And am I correct in saying this that generally the third party insurance has a little more extensive coverage than some of the kind of built in coverage with the cruise lines and the tour operators?
That is fair to analyze. I wouldn't disagree with that statement. Additionally, third party coverage pretty much guarantees you that your return, if you are to require reimbursement, is in the form of actual money back, where quite a lot of partner coverage, carrier coverage, is in the form of credits. And
Mm,
often we want our cash back, not just some credit back. So that makes a
yeah.
big difference too.
Yes. That's what you get from the weekly chatter live when it's just me, not Jason. You get all this very useful knowledge that you can use to build your business. Right, Erica?
You
No, don't
do.
agree
You
with
do.
me.
This is very helpful. I hope it is. Travel insurance is a tough subject, boy. You know,
It,
we tackle the difficult topics here on Weekly Chatter.
we do. But I mean, I don't want to go Debbie Downer on us, but one of the things that I heard repeatedly over the last couple of weeks is the benefit of third party insurance if there is, heaven forbid, a death
Oh,
and
oh yes.
bringing the body back to the state or the country. Um, that
Yeah.
is generally something that is quite difficult, even state to state.
Yes.
And a lot of those third party insurance providers do an excellent job with that, right?
That's right. That service is called repatriation. And not only is it difficult logistically to organize, but it's also very expensive.
Hmm.
So, what we don't want to happen is real worst case scenario where we're struggling to get a loved one home.
Yeah. And
That's very
guys,
typical.
I didn't mean to bring the vibe down. I mean,
Yeah.
we've got fluffy unicorns and Halloween decor behind us, but I heard from multiple travel advisors and agency owners over the last couple of weeks where they said they've actually had clients where that has come up.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where it's like, oh, you did? Okay. So it happens. We don't like that it happens. But anyway, that's my plug on third party insurance supported by our Erica Scannelli.
That's right.
Um,
I
so that
was
was
very glad my client had third party insurance. Let's put it that way.
that's amazing. All
And
right, so
I will also add that I was a relatively new travel agent when I had that experience. So it was a learning experience for sure in the world of
Were,
travel insurance.
were you turning to your cohorts and just saying, what am I
I
gonna do?
Funny enough, I worked in it. This is, back in the day, guys. So I worked in a store in a brick and mortar. And I came into the office that morning, and our manager said, I need you to sit down. I have something to tell you.
And you were like, I'm being let go.
I was a little nervous what she had to say. See, we were back to this part of the conversation again. You get nervous. But yeah, that was it. She told me my client had passed away.
Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
Well, we don't want that to happen, but what is that?
Yeah,
Insurance is assurance. So get that
that's
peace of mind, right?
that is right.
All
And it's
right, so
even things like you can go shopping if they lose your suitcase. So on a happier note,
yeah, I was on our diamond voyage a few years ago. I got heard that loud and clear when one of my bags was missing. So, but I didn't have insurance, so that was on my dime. So
oh,
yeah,
bummer.
do
There is
not
nothing
be.
like shopping in Europe and getting the receipts.
I know, and you do not want to be on a ship full of Travel Quest Network members telling you that you should have taken insurance. Yeah, that I will never make that mistake
You're
again.
not going to hear
But
I told you so.
yeah, let's move on from insurance
Okay.
talk and let's talk about number two.
Number two, this member was selling big groups, Joshua. Delta Airlines, airline tickets,
Really?
plus package vacations with Delta Vacations and FunJet. So we got groups with this member, and they added up to a total of $231,000. 246. Wowza. With a revenue of $24,767. So,
So I wish we had Paul's sound effect because he had an audible like he sucked in air there. He was blown away with that. Now,
that is correct.
just to be fair, a lot of these larger numbers do come from groups, and generally they are invoiced all at this in one go. So
Gotcha.
a lot of times in these top three positions, you are going to see groups. Groups, phenomenal way to make money. In fact, Erica, you and Jesse and Velma do a groups immersion that
That's
is
right.
pretty intensive when it comes to groups. So you know all about it, but I just want to point that out that, again, these are invoice sales. So in the last week, this was invoiced by our members. So it might travel in the months or a year to come, but
Right.
what we started doing this to really to show you kind of a benchmark of what kind of activity is going on right now, and a lot of times in these top positions they are groups. So very very excited for those groups, and I love seeing some air because there is money to be made in air, especially that long haul air, right?
Especially, I think you're really going to like the person sitting in our number one position
Oh, let's
after
get a
that.
drum roll, Paul. Drum roll. Yeah, it does it.
$237,248.
Okay.
237,248. Huge. With a revenue $28,325. Do you know what this member was selling to achieve such
What?
incredible numbers?
What?
Airline tickets with Delta, American, and United. Now, what this member, I'm going to go ahead and wisely say did, was added additional service fees to all these airline tickets as well. This person's planning FIT. We had hotels everywhere from Billings, Montana to Kona, Hawaii, car rentals, and all that added up. But what put the little cherry on the sundae,
Okay.
just, a little Silver Sea booking and a little old Abercrombie and Kent that added up to $100,000 and $13,000 in revenue.
Yeah, just a little Silver Sea and a little Abercrombie and Kent. I like that.
Just just a little. So that is two bookings that tallied nearly $100,000 and $13,000 in revenue.
That's
So
phenomenal.
that is what shot this person straight to number one.
I love it. Again, products with the margin. They're extremely profitable products. They're phenomenal experiences. So, way to go, you person that we
Yes.
can't
Person.
call out their
Person
name.
that we can't call it your name. And it shows that the variety too, because I'll just go ahead and say I don't remember the brand of hotel in Billings, Montana, but it was not super fancy. It was not any 5-star accommodation there in Billings, Montana. So that means this person has range. I love that.
I love it. Well, fantastic week, guys, and kudos to all of you who made it to the top three, and kudos to all of you that invoiced something. Remember, the rule is invoice at time of booking, okay? There's a whole lot of reasons for that. Don't let that get behind, okay? But, we focus on the top three, but there are many of you that are invoicing weekly and racking up those sales. Our crown group, which are our top producers, has grown exponentially this year. It has been such a remarkable thing to see. So travel is there. People are wanting to travel. It doesn't have any signs that it's going to slow down. So keep on marketing yourself. Keep on marketing all the products that you want to sell, and keep giving people the best experience that you can. What's that Anita Baker song? Giving you the best that I've got, baby. All right, so I'm really feeling it right now, Erica. You like that old school slow jam there?
Yeah, I do. I've never heard that song in a long time.
Now, did your old boss Brennan ever do that?
Brennan is not a break into song kind of guy.
Okay, I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take
Yeah.
that.
One key difference between you two.
Just one
Just
key
one.
difference.
That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. There might be a few more, but
So I know that normally you join us and you tell us all about what is on tap for next week, and I know we're going to do that. But I want to do a plug because so Angela Larson's agency, Storybook Trips, she got them all to send all of her agents to send in video questions. And it was so cool to answer questions from the videos from her agents. But we haven't seen any videos in a while, Erica. So help me in doing a plea for our members. Hey, ask us a question. Please shoot it horizontally. Just get out your camera, your phone, and be like, hey, Joshua and Jason, because he will be here next time. Ask your question and let us answer it live. All you have to do is shoot that video and send it to support at Travel Quest Network, and they'll get it to either Paul or Evan. If Evan chooses to come back to work, he will.
And poor guy, never take a break again. And we're asking fun questions, yeah, like what's an item you can't live without on vacation, right? Give some examples.
You could say what is the best travel gadget. What is your favorite number of pillows to sleep on in a hotel? I don't know. What else?
Those are good. That's what we need the audience for. We are, we're creative a lot. Sometimes we just run out of juice.
Yeah, I will say that speaking of gadgets, I got before I went on this cruise, I got unbreakable mirrors for
Oh,
shaving, but it slides into my train case so I can shave while I'm sitting on the edge of the bed if someone is using the bathroom. So I don't have to be in the bathroom to shave. I just thought about that though. I'm basically putting my facial hair on the floor in the cabin or the hotel room. That's kind of gross. Oh, I'm such a heathen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure
I'm
they
pretty sure
vacuum.
there's worse on that floor than your stubble.
Oh, Erica, thank you for keeping it real.
I mean, don't go down any of those internet rabbit holes about room
Yeah,
cleaning and that kind of
we need to lift up. We need to lift up out of there. So what is on tap next week? What do we have to tune into?
I don't think I heard you mention it, but there's a conversation early on Monday, right? You did not say it
Yes, I did not
because
say it.
Velma usually, tunes up the conversation. So Miss Velma is doing a conversation on Monday with Ariana Crabtree of Travel Girl.
Yes,
And
and Ariana is a phenomenal marketer. Um, and Travel Girl is an amazing agency. I know that's going to be a phenomenal conversation. So tune in.
Questy winner,
Yes,
Ariana.
yes, Questy winner at World 23 in Orlando. I don't know why I have to say it all together all the time, but World 23, Questy winner. And you can watch that on YouTube. So you can get the link if you go to the events section of WorldVia Pro and look up conversations. And not only can you watch that show on Monday, but you can go back and watch all the other shows because Velma has some really interesting conversations with our members, and I can't wait for her to start to bring on some of our supplier partners. That is, she's got some things in the works when it comes to that too.
These are fun conversations too. They're a good way to explore different facets of the business. If you're learning something new, I'm sure she's going to talk marketing with Ariana. So if that's something that you want to get more familiar with, hear from a member that's really skilled at it to the point that they've earned a Questy.
Yes. Uh,
Yeah.
And I was looking at my notes, in particular around Velma. I have a whole section just about Velma. Not only does she have a conversation, but she has her column, the check-in, so you can get checked by Velma. And you and I were just talking about travel insurance, and she covers that as well as TSA protocol, pre-check protocol. So
And
I
I'll tell
like that.
you, it's hockey season, and Velma will check you hockey style. It is a double entendre. It's check in
Oh,
and check.
double
She will
entendre.
tell you what's up. Velma does not mince words. The Tyler Rose is fierce.
I love it. I love it. What else is
Yeah.
going on next week?
hmm On Monday, our friend David from Expedia Tap is coming for a power talk. And
Power talk.
also on Monday, for a power talk, Monday is powerful. Ray from the Ritz Carlton Yacht Collection.
Oh, fun.
I am a little excited about that. I'm not going to lie.
That is phenomenal. So if you want to uh, register for the Power Talk, again, go to Learn in WorldVia Pro, which is Erica's favorite tab. Go to
Yes.
Learn Events, and you can see all the upcoming events, but in particular the Power Talks. You can register for those, and please do. A little secret tip that I don't think we talk about it enough, is that sometimes there are prizes, but you have to be registered to win. So you better register for these events when they come up, right?
That is the kind of tip you come to the weekly chatter for, Joshua.
Exactly. You know, it's hard hitting journalism here. I studied at modeling school to be a journalist. That was a joke.
You know,
And the fact that I had to
no,
say it
but
was a
it made
joke.
me think that this morning I was reading about, TV cliffhangers that drove you crazy. And to this day, the one I think of is Models Inc.
Okay, well, now I'm going to have to go search that. Now we're all searching that right now.
It's
Is there anything else going on next week?
Yes, I only got through Monday. On
Yeah.
Tuesday, our friend Greer from Abercrombie and Kent is doing a Lux Discuss with Terry, which I think should be phenomenal.
And Lux Discuss, guys, Lux Discuss is specifically around the luxury conversation. So Terry heads up our Lux Luminary program, and you can learn more about that in WorldVia Pro. But these, you're going to see more and more of these shows. So not only will there be luxury suppliers that who Terry will be speaking with, but there are also product lines that we sell every day that there's an element of luxury if you tap into it. So when you see that Lux discussed, and luxury is an area you want to get started in or you're already in, please, please, please tune into those shows because that's a different topic. If I do a partner spotlight, I'm in the Sequin Palace. When Erica is doing a power talk, she's getting down into business, right? Lux Discuss, all about luxury. It reminds me of, remember Robin Leach from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous?
Of course.
Yeah, I feel like we need to give Terry that kind of, that accent, or he needs that intro.
I think we could make that happen.
You
I
think so?
think he could. He's on the Explorer right now. A great yacht photo is at his fingertips.
Yes. Please, Terry,
Terry,
send us yacht photos.
request. Um, Also on Tuesday, I'm having a power talk with Jeff at Rocky Mountaineer.
Oh, I love Jeff.
I know. And we're going to talk about Canada and the US because that US product, ooh man, I am a fan
Hmm.
of getting out into the American West via beautiful train experience. I think that's pretty cool. I love a good road trip, but I think it would be really neat. This is a bucket list for me. I'm a little partial to Rocky
Yeah.
Mountaineer.
You know, Jeff was here for a partner spotlight, and we had lots of laughs, but it really was inspiring. Not only to talk about Canada, which they're so known for, but U.S. Their U.S. itineraries are ways to see America um, that you just wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't do it on your own. These aren't the days of getting in the station wagon and going cross country. Do it in a Rocky Mountaineer train. I don't. Very very cool.
It's very cool. I
You've
also
got a
want to
very
go ahead.
powerful week with all
I
these
have a
power talks.
powerful week. I'm still not done. On Wednesday, you know what's happening on Wednesday? It's the
No.
all call.
All call, and Christine is in the chatter right now. So Christine, again, thank you for giving us a name for our monthly all call, where you get to hear from our team about what's going on within the network, what's been going on, what is going on, and what is soon to be going on. And I'm very, very excited because this week's or next week's all call or the next all call, we have some of our team members here in the Atlanta office. I mean, some people will be heading to the airport, so it might be a little bit, you might be missing some faces, but a whole bunch of people are going to be here in Atlanta, and I cannot wait for that. I love a good in-person all call.
It's fun to be in the studio,
Yes,
right?
yes. Do you have
I
anything
love
else
it.
on the calendar? I
Yes, and
swear.
I'll start to roll quick because I know we're almost done. But
I know, because I want to talk to you about
Thursday,
something else.
I know. Thursday, Terry is not getting off the hook easy next week. He is doing a Lux Discuss with Alicia at Celebrity Cruises.
There's another partner. There's one of those partners where you can sell luxury, you can sell celebrity all day long, and you might not even be tapping into the luxury side of celebrity. So,
Let me just tell
tune in.
you, I am a fan of Celebrity also. I'm a fan of all our partners. I would like to give a congratulations to Tanya, who is the newest Travel Leaders Specialist Program graduate.
That is
Yay!
fantastic. You go, girl. That was me waking up Paul and saying, "You better hit the button." Oh, he now hit the wrong button. There we go. Uh,
But
Evan, where are you? I don't care where you are. Please come back. Do not leave me
oh,
with
you're doing
Paul.
a great job.
Aw,
Aw,
see?
Paul's doing awesome.
He is. He's doing awesome.
Okay, I have one more thing to say. I
Okay?
would like to speak to any new travel agents out there. And if you are not yet a member of Travel Quest Network, now is the time because the accelerator is happening in early December, and the accelerator is in person training for new travel agents happening right outside the studio Joshua's sitting in, significantly less neon-y and less distracting. We have the education center where we will be meeting and greeting one December 4th of this year, new travel agents. So I got a
And
couple of seats left.
yeah, and
Not
also
too
it
late.
doesn't you don't have to be new. You could be somebody who just wants, you've been doing it for a little bit and
Yes.
you want kind of a refresh, and you've got Erica, you've got Velma, you've got Jesse, you've got they're my oracles of travel. So, I mean, if you're going to get information, go to the oracles. So, yes, please, if you are interested, check that out under Learn, and then Events, or you could search accelerators, and you will find those. So we've got the one in December, and we've got a few coming up in 2024. The 2024 education calendar will be released very, very soon, along with some other events, our road shows. We've already announced World 2024, so I'm just saying. We got a lot going on next year. So I was going to talk to you about something completely different, Erica, but I'm going to have to save that because we have used all our time. But I am so, so grateful that you joined me today. Evan is probably watching this right now, and he is so jelly that he is not here.
He
But we
may
miss
be.
you.
Evan's out of Hilton Head this weekend, which
Well,
is
don't blow up his spot. He doesn't want everybody to go find him in Hilton Head.
sorry. Anybody
Yeah,
who is in driving distance of Hilton Head, the Paps have to leave Evan alone.
yeah. Don't go knocking on his room at the. Oh, nope, no, I didn't say it. Listen, Erica, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining me. It was so good to see you, and have a wonderful weekend. Okay?
You too, Joshua and Paul. Bye, guys.
Bye
Happy
bye.
weekend.
All right, before we say goodbye, I'm going to head over to the chat just real quick. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, there's also there's a lot of conversation going on. Um, oh my goodness. Let's see here. Terry said, I have a blog post called The Mysterious Doors of San Miguel de Allende. Allende? Oh, thank you, Terry, for throwing out words. Let's see. Randy said, when I finally made it back to watch Weekly Chatter live, next week I start my 32-day cruise to Fiji. I'll be sending a postcard from Samoa and the International Dateline. Thank you very much, Randy. Excited about that. Let's see here. There's a lot to talk back and forth between you guys. Let's see. Well, I challenged Angela Larson, and I don't know what I challenged her for. Do you remember, Paul? No? Okay, she said challenge accepted. Let's see. And Bill said, how much in advance are videos needed to be put on the next week's weekly chatter. So the next, if you get it to us at least 24 hours in advance, we'll be able to get it on. Now, if we get a bunch of videos, we'll space them out. But please go ahead and send those videos. And guys, it is time for me to close out the show. Thank you so much for joining me solo. If you had a good time, please make sure you like and love and heart and all the stuff you can do wherever you are watching this. If you are listening to it to the podcast, on the podcast, please subscribe and give us all the love and attention there. I want to give a big shout out to Jason, who I know is working very, very hard, and I apologize for probably telling you didn't need to come in. So I know he would want to be here because he adores you all. And I want to give a big shout out to our Paul because he did a fantastic job producing the show. And I can't wait for you guys to see a little bit more of him. And I think you will be coming up pretty soon. So take care of yourself so we can take care of each other. My name is Joshua Harrell. This is the Weekly Chatter Live. See you next week, 4 p.m. Eastern.